Welcome to the Berlinale 2022 with Scandinavian Films. I'm Wendy Mitchell, talking to some of the amazing Nordic talents who are in Berlin this week. And here from the show Black Sands, we have the producer, Hörður Rúnarsson, and the director and co-writer, Baldvin Z. So, and you're from the Icelandic company Glass River.
Yeah.
So I think I got all my titles right.
Yeah.
Black Sands, Glass River.
Yeah.
Baldvin, do you want to tell us a little bit of what the show is?
Yeah, it's a little crime story that we have created there. It's about a girl who comes back to her hometown after she's sort of gets suspended or something happened in Reykjavik, the capital city. So she had to leave the force there and go back to her hometown. We will figure out what happened in Reykjavik when it's, but when she comes back, there's a murder. It all starts really typically. You find the body and you start the investigation, but slowly the plot thickens, and this turns out to be the first Nordic dark romantic thriller that has been created.
Yeah.
All right, there's a new genre.
There's a new genre, and we are trying to implicate that,
And it says it right there in the title, Black Sands.
Yes.
Hördur, do you want to tell us about the famous Black Sands of Iceland?
So the Black Sands are an iconic part of, Icelandic nature. It's one of the places in the country that the most tourists visit. You've seen it on posters, and you also seen it maybe on some features from Hollywood shot there. It's what we call, it's the biggest vastness in the Icelandic landscape, with the least populated area from Icelandic perspective, but one of the highest population or highest attending tourists and things like that, which is kind of interwoven into the story, making it compelling. But there are definitely secrets that are lying in the sands, and then there are events that take place in the sands. So that's kind of also kind of monumental to what type of story we're telling. So.
Well, I have to say, I've been a tourist in Iceland. I've been to these black sand beaches near Vik. If you're going to Iceland, you have to go see the beach anyway, but maybe not if there's a body there. We hope. Baldvin, the show was had some great reviews. It just came out in Iceland. What's it like to then take it to an international audience here in Berlin? Do you get nervous? Do you get excited?
It's a little bit of both. But usually just right before premiere, I really get nervous and sort of forget where I am, and I'm like all shaky for the night. But I'm looking forward to see the reactions and how the series translates to the foreign audience. But yeah, thankfully we got great reviews back home, and I hope that will also happen here.
If I can pick up on that as well, is that I think what Baldvin has created is a step away from the traditional crime genre, in the sense, but we keep the engine within it, the suspense thriller of it. But it was also a kind of an introduction to a different type for the Icelandic audience. And you can definitely sense that in the reactions and how people spoke about it. So I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see how the international audience is going to kind of catch up on that, which I even find, which might actually be more sophisticated on these types of genres that Baldvin has created, as this was probably the first of this kind in Iceland. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be unique for the world, I guess, in the same time. So.
As I've already told you, I'm very frustrated because I've only been able to watch the first 2 episodes so far, and now I need to know what's going to happen next, so I can't wait. Baldvin, I've also interviewed you over the years with feature films, and I'm curious, what is it you like about them moving episodic? You get 8 episodes. You get more time to go into these characters. What's that enriching about that as a writer and a director?
I mean, it's always good to get more time to tell your stories, and I sort of approached this project as a one big film. I didn't think about it as a single 8 episodes structure. This is more like a 8-hour length feature film, which I have cut it into 8 pieces. And that gives you this incredible amount of time to really take people down to the core of the characters and follow them and fall in love with them and hate them and all these emotions that I want to give the audience, and also to do interesting stuff with the storytelling wise, also with the camera work. Like when you go into the series, we grab the whole scape of the nature and the atmosphere in the area, but slowly you will realize that you don't see the environment anymore when we go into the series, because we are just hard in the characters and we sort of forget the area until in episode 8 something extraordinary, and that's how we use the sands. You will notice it when you see episode 8.
Again, he's teasing me. I can't see it yet.
Yeah,
I'm going to call you next week to
do
get
that.
episodes.
I will. Yeah,
exactly. I guess if you've seen his features, also, I think you know what type of style he brings to the table.
There's a lot of layers here to think about.
Yeah, a lot of layers to peel, and you're gonna. That's the intrigue of the story, and I think you'll get that. And that comes across in the series really well. And so I think with 8 episodes, you can imagine what he can do when he's done it over 2 hours before. So.
Yeah, it's almost like weird to get back into films because you feel like you don't have any time to do anything.
You have to really cut it down.
Yeah.
And we're here at the Berlinale. There's 4 Icelandic projects here.
Yes.
Hördur, can you start by saying, what's going on? Why is Iceland so huge right now? Is it just talent? Is it?
Yeah, I think the storytelling element within all of us has been there for all that time. But I think the belief in actually creating something and be able to create something that comes to the screen has been growing. The industry has been growing a lot since maybe for the last, well, we can say 10 years, but maybe the last 5-6 years are the big years, monumental, and there's a big momentum. So yeah, I think. And the talent has grown also through the industry, from Hollywood filming in Iceland and things like that. But I do believe that we do have this big versatility of talent that is just unafraid of coming out and bringing something completely unique that they believe in and they fight for it. And eventually we'll get there. And now we have more and more kind of outlets for it. And I think that's a big step. But we're definitely seizing all the opportunities that we can. And and we're so happy with seeing all those great projects that are coming out. These are our friends. We love the industry and all that. So it's fantastic.
And Baldvin, do you get to have any fun while you're here in Berlin? Do you get you're going to be walking a carpet to go watch this with an audience at some point?
Well, yeah, we have 2 days here, so we are trying to make most of it. But the premiere is tonight, and that's our red carpet moment, which I've never done before, and that's fantastic. I mean, I've never been here in Berlinale before, so I'm excited about that. But there's not much time to do any tour stuff or anything. No.
Do some meetings, get some more projects underway.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talk to everybody about Black Sands.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great international premiere, and I'm going to be watching episodes 3 through 8 very soon.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.